everybody. Welcome back to Paradise Rolls. I'm Mark Anthony, the Game Master for the Arrakis Conquest, which we are playing today. To my right is the pumpkin.
I feel like I look like the beatniks from the Goofy movie.
Yep, that's so good.
I'm Zavi, pronounced they that, but I play Zana.
What about you, mysterious figure?
Hello. My name is Estes, and today I'm playing Seth McElroy.
And I'm Shars, my pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Ambrose, pronouns he, they.
And today we are continuing from where we left off. Let's get into a quick recap, shall we? Last time on the Arrakis Conquest, the party returned from the mines, the dungeon of the Winter Eladrin, back to Gavira, the place in which they received some quests from a very nice old orcish magic shop owner. She traded you this service to go eradicate whatever was stealing the people of Gavira on their journeys through the mountains, in exchange for each of you selecting some sort of item. One of these items was a musical instrument that Seth obtained from her, and he managed to find out that it talks a lot, and he wasn't pleased with it. And she said, "No returnsies here," and he managed to get something else out of it. I don't remember what.
I don't either.
You got something else out of it, but
Something that makes you look
some sort of like workout tool.
oh yeah. She
it's
gave
like
you
pre-workout.
she gave you a rag that would increase the visual progress of working out. So she basically said, "Work out. You'll look better. You'll look stronger." And yeah, you returned back with someone you did not leave with, in the form of Ambrose, which you met in the mountains. For further details on that, see the last episode, because that is the episode we recapped Ambrose actually coming back in. But you discussed with the shopkeeper, and she said that she was there was a magical tournament that night, and you would be the opening act in order to satiate Emmanuel's need for a concerto. And so you played a concert, you and Ambrose, Seth.
So bad.
And it ended up being pretty good. It ended up being enough that, Emmanuel was pretty pleased. He hasn't played a performance for a large audience in a while, and that's what he wanted. And so you also brought a message to her about how the Admiral wanted you to be teleported over to the docks. And she has some fond memories of him, which aided in your obtaining transportation. And I think that's about where we left off. You finished the concert. You had already spoken to her about getting sent over to the docks north of Gavira. And so I'd say we can start at the nighttime, unless you remember doing anything night-related.
This was after the concert?
After the concert.
No.
No, I think we just ended right after the concert.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to just go to
I
bed?
thought we went to bed too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all too old for this shit. We need to go to bed. It's a big night.
Oh yeah, I definitely did that because I still have like 4 or 5 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, well, I probably would have wanted to, like, watch people battle it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you
Myself.
specifically said that you did not want to.
Really? Did
yeah,
I?
you said it was beneath you.
Oh, yeah, that's Oh, yeah. I keep thinking this is like the Hall of Battles where there's, like, some awesome stuff going on, but everyone I've met here is, like, kind of a dweeb.
Yep. Kind of.
You nerds.
Okay, so we'll pick up in the morning. You were supposed to meet your friend for transportation. Say you have an hour until your proposed meeting time in case you have anything you want to do while here. Anything you guys want to
What's
do?
our supplies looking like?
Can we have music?
Your supplies.
I
Your
own nothing, by the way.
Yes, you are entirely down one person's necessary rations. I think you've been feeding Ambrose. And yeah, so you probably need a little bit more. I know you found some health potions and were given some health potions
Who took this?
prior to going up the mountain.
Question for you. I didn't activate a long rest, apparently, because I have half my HP. But I don't remember if I changed my exhaustion level.
I
It
think
says
you-
I'm at 2 right now. Does that track with the timeline that you have in your head?
Yeah, because you got there, you slept, then you were resting in a sled pulled by a turtle, basically all day. Played some music and then went to sleep. So like, yeah, I'd
So
say
in the morning I'm at exhaustion 2.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. Otherwise, would you like to find a place to get some food for your journey?
Yes.
Are we just taking, like, a teleporter?
Well,
Yes.
after that, though.
But you will have nothing upon arrival.
Or are we immediately taking a boat?
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. No one knows.
But you
I-
have a house there, right?
No, you're
We're
going.
not going to Ogden's Wharf?
You're going north. You guys are.
Oh.
You guys are at the far northwest end of the continent right
Yeah.
now, and the dock is up north. It's as far as you know, it's a very small, minimal dock.
I don't know why I was thinking we were going to take the dock and teleport from there to Ogden's Wharf. I guess we're not going back to Ogden's Wharf.
Never.
You'll have to discuss what you're doing. Yeah.
Well, I thought the Admiral said to meet him there, but that's not true.
No.
No.
Okay.
So I would like to pick up just supplies to last us a little while.
Okay.
I think we should do that. Also, Seth, I don't have any weapons or a shield. So
No, you have a shield and a weapon.
I do.
Yeah, we got you one last
Yeah,
time.
didn't you get one from the lady?
It's a shitty shield.
Oh, it actually doesn't do anything though. It doesn't have any AC, so I'm saying no, it doesn't do anything.
It's like a plank of wood or something.
Yeah.
It's like a 2x4.
It is.
You're a short sword wielding little dude with no shield at this moment.
I think I
don't
like
want a
bullied
short
her
sword.
and giving you like the window shutters or something.
I mean, it's a short sword to like a normal-sized person. You added a weapon that should be the actual weapon type that you have.
But I didn't add it, is the problem.
Oh. I'm just gonna give you Gilbo's hand-me-down of a longsword.
Awesome. Just a regular longsword?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
You wanna? What did she give you? Did she give you anything? No.
that I know of.
Let's see if she was feeling particularly in a good mood. Very average. Let's try different dice. In your search for rations, you find a jerky shop. Little cart.
What's their problem?
Next to the churro stand.
Get it?
Yep, the jerkies. Various levels of salt on these, and very few flavors.
I need 40 pounds of jerky.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah, gotcha. Reaches under the cart and just like pulls out this basket. This is kind of the stock of the day, but
Thank you.
Yep.
I turn and walk away.
In this instance, I'm going to dock you a level of your wealth level.
Oh, I didn't say I was paying for it.
Oh, you're not paying for it?
Trying
Yeah,
to
no,
fucking
he
be
just-
creepy as shit.
Walked away with it. Don't dock us any wealth.
Let's see. Yeah, he's just completely like, here you go. Doesn't even think about payment.
I mean, since when do pirates pay for shit?
True. So you've got this big ass basket of jerky that's 40 pounds for your weak little body.
The workout starts now.
Yeah, right. Just
Do you have the rag on?
does it require attunement?
No.
Then yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Or wear it like a armband.
Okay. Cool. So you're walking around back to the party, who I would assume is just at the fountains or maybe going. Yeah. What are you doing? Were you just standing there watching Seth?
No, I was at the fountain staring at my horrid reflection in the water and realizing, God damn, I need a brush.
Do you say
Okay.
that?
God damn, I need a brush.
I'll pull out a fish skeleton.
Thank you. Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
And as you are grooming yourself,
Taking the water and washing my face.
feel a little better. You're still fairly pale, and within that paleness is just a ridiculous sunburn.
Oh, I forgot about the sunburn.
And Seth comes up to you all with a basket of jerky.
We're all set. Any last preparations?
We need some limes. So we don't get scurvy. We can make a nice ceviche.
I could go for some ceviche. However, there have been a couple of people on our past boats who have gotten the scurvy. Really maddening. There's no joke coming with this one. Like, I'm actually serious. So we should get some lime. Well, oranges. If we can find oranges, that's better.
I just make better ceviche, but I guess that oranges are fine too.
No, I don't want orange ceviche. We'll do limes for that. And then we'll get orange so we can make orange juice.
You're welcome to drink grog.
Yeah.
So you journey to the market.
Can we, like, put the jerky away. It looks very conspicuous that you're just...
I will wait here.
Let's go to the market. We'll be back, Seth. Bye!
You go over to the market, and the most colorful stand is obviously where you find fruit.
Is that a gay joke? I feel slightly offended.
It's not. Not much around here is very colorful. It's a very deserty place. The windows and all sorts of glass are fairly well painted, and they are pretty, but they aren't, orange and yellow and the color of actual fruits. So no, don't be offended. I'm saying that this is the most colorful stand.
Great.
You can get basically all sorts of fruits here,
Limes?
of varying price.
Bananas?
Bananas won't keep very well.
Oh,
You gotta eat them in the first few days.
it's true.
We need to go for longevity.
Pears.
Pears also go bad.
They're like never ready when I try to eat them.
I know.
Yeah, but then you give them like 1 second too long and they just turn to smush. They're disgusting.
But you end up getting yourselves limes as your main priority here.
Limes and
Yes,
oranges.
limes and oranges.
I'll say you get enough limes to make one of your large-sized stew bowls worth of food. They're stew pots worth of food. And you know from your previous ship that thing is freaking massive because it feeds the entire crew.
No scurvy for us.
For at least one day.
But then on Thursday we get scurvy.
As you walk around, typical Gavira is going on. It's not as early in the morning as usual, as you we're waiting on the timeline of the old lady, and she is a sleep-in type of gal. So it's like the equivalent of 10 a.m.
Did she not tell us, Dawn?
I don't
She
know
did.
if she told you Dawn. I don't think so. But there's plenty of little fights happening around the city. You've got your typical someone's beating the pulp out of someone else type of fights. But as you walk through, you actually notice a fight that's breaking out between two fairly skilled fighters. It's a fist fight, but nonetheless, it actually looks like it's an even matchup. You start to notice this little crowd sort of start gathering around them, and one of the dudes in the audience drops a hat down and says, "I bet 5 gold on Jimmy."
Which one's Jimmy?
Jimmy is the bigger one.
Oh,
See, he has the one broken tusk. He's got the other one. It's kind of curled out. Really, really large brow.
Large, weird-shaped head.
His head isn't
Bizarro
too.
hair.
His head isn't too weird. No, not in my standards at least.
well, they're both quite large for me, so...
Yes, larger than you. Both larger than you. You want to bet? Anyone else want to bet? And everyone starts just like chucking money over into this hat.
I'm gonna lean to one and be like, hey, will you spot me 3 gold to bet?
One of the audience members.
Yeah.
Let's see. No.
Alright.
Bet your
Hey,
own
you.
money.
I don't have any money. That's why I'm asking. I wouldn't be asking if I had it. Look at me. Look, I'm a mess.
Yeah.
And there's like
See
bits
that?
of bone stuck in my hair. So I need money to bet to get more money.
go find a way to make money.
This is my way of making money.
Nope, not for me.
What if I tell you a joke?
I'll give you 1 gold if you make me laugh.
Excellent. Look at that piece of glass over there. Do you see a reflection in it?
Sure, yeah.
That's the joke.
Not even gonna roll for that. Someone next to him laughs his ass off and tosses you a gold coin.
I'm gonna throw it in. 3 gold for me!
Bad perception check. He doesn't notice that it was 1 gold. Okay, well, which one did you bet on? Yes. Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay.
To make things easier.
Oh wait, I'll put in a gold for Timmy, his competitor. That way, one of us wins.
Doesn't
Either
that
way.
just mean a net 0?
No, put 1 in and say 3.
3 for me.
See if he notices. Hey, that was 1. Put in the other 2.
No, I definitely put in 3.
Nope.
I saw.
I saw. Trust me, I saw.
Oh well, so you see here, sir. It's all just a misunderstanding. See,
The fight's about to be over. Throw in the other 2 gold. As this is happening, you're watching them finally start to get down to the ground, and they're in grapple checks.
Just put in the other 2 more gold.
Okay, I put in 2 more gold.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Jamie or Timmy?
2 and a 4. 2 from Timmy. You're watching as Jimmy grabs Timmy's arm, gets him in an arm bar, and starts pulling it over. And he just howls in pain.
I don't remember why you voted on her. Why are you?
You voted on Jimmy, yeah. Timmy doesn't start tapping out or anything. He just is howling in pain as Jimmy's leg comes over, big meaty leg, onto his neck, starts pushing him into the ground a little bit, choking him out. And at this point, manages to get his, the tip of his toes into some sort of rock where he's able to really, really press down. And you see Timmy just start turning purple as he's completely losing oxygen, and you hear the of him tapping out. And Jimmy holds it for a second, and holds it for a second, and Timmy passes out. And Jimmy lets it go, and stands up and says, "Why would you bet against me?" And money starts getting pulled out, and you end up making extra money due to the fact that you bet 1 gold and said it was 3.
Okay. Well, since we're not doing individual money as a wealth tier system, I just want to reimburse Zana the 2 that
Okay.
they had to put in.
3. I put 3 in.
Yeah, but you were gonna do at least 1 anyway.
True.
I convinced you to lie. So here's the other 2 for you.
And at this point, Jimmy starts looking around for his next competitor. And you keep going through the streets of Gavira, back up to your old pal. I think we called the Admiral Jeremy.
Yeah, because it was like Jerome, but not quite.
Yeah.
Jerome.
So you go
And
back.
Michelle.
Back, and you all walk in the door, and she says, "Oh, good morning to you. Ready for your travels? That's a lot of jerky you have there."
Awesome.
No, my mouth is dry enough as it is.
All that weed she's smoking.
Pop a piece in my mouth. Hold it there. Spill.
Okay, this way, please. And she leads you behind the counter, opens up the little hatch in the floor, down these stairs, and in here, there's a lot of weird luminescence. Like, she's got almost like multiple altars set up, and they all have various lights on them. Pretty cool in here. And there are these ridiculously thick glass cases that house various items that look like probably the higher end items that she would keep more secured. But as you continue through, it's pretty much the exact same as the top. You go back towards where the entrance would be up top, and she has this like almost dressing. What are those things where you like have the like dressing thing, and then you step behind it?
Oh, a dressing
Oh,
screen?
Japanese.
Yeah, a dressing screen. And it's almost lined up in this like octagonal shape against the wall, and she goes behind it, and there's this teleportation sigil on the ground there. In case I don't see you all again, it's been a pleasure. Give Jeremy my regards. Handsome boy.
Oh, yes, we'll do that. Handsome woman.
I give her a hug. I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either. You've been just the sweetest. And as you give her a hug, she like wraps all of your arms around each other like a huddle.
Wish I could forget you, but unfortunately.
Bye. And from the darkly lit room that you were just in, you emerge in another much less lit area, as you are in this cold, damp, almost mildew-smelling room. And for anyone who can't see it in the dark, which I think is like only Ambrose.
Yeah, because what the fuck?
Wait, you have
Fairies
dark vision?
don't have dark
Yeah,
vision?
like 60 feet.
What the fuck?
Because I have like, I can dive deep.
Anglerfish.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah, dark vision 60
Do you
feet.
just shed light all the time?
I was just gonna ask, does your dingly bob, whatever you call it,
My
does it-
tickleberry.
No, it's long since rotted out. It's just a dingleberry now. Yeah, does your lure actually exude light?
Yeah. Unless I want it to turn off. Like if I'm trying to be stealthy, I feel like I can turn it off. But generally speaking, it's like.
You've got an on-off switch in your head? Nice.
Oh, my wings glow.
Your wings do glow.
I can't turn it off.
So there is this dim sort of whatever emotion,
Sickly green.
green light.
Hey,
coming
they change
from
with your
Ambrose.
emotions.
They
huh?
do, yeah. And right now, because I'm kind of fucked up still, they're just kind of like this, like very disgusting pea green kind of like.
Wait, what? Who pees green? Oh. Ironically. Okay.
In here, there are just some random storage barrels and crates. There are fishing rods that are about, and otherwise
Oh. Ooh.
nothing
Okay,
special.
I just looked. So basically, an anglerfish has foreskin that it can either, like, cover up the bulb or reveal it. That's how they do it.
Okay. Need to be aroused to expose their bulb.
So I guess I have that.
It's not a Red Rocket situation.
Isn't it though? It sounds like it.
Yeah.
But there's a staircase that goes up in here.
Someone start dancing for Zana so we can see.
Oh my god.
You said there's fishing equipment in here?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab a fishing rod and a net.
A tackle box.
And a tackle box.
There is everything you need, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, is there a harpoon?
Probably. Let's find out. Probably not.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm just gonna take the
It's okay,
fishing
I can
rod
make a
then.
harpoon.
You could. That's true.
Wait, to go fishing?
Yeah.
Can't
While
I
we're
just
out on the boat.
catch fish on the fish?
I was trying to not be insensitive by asking you to sacrifice your friends for us to eat.
Plus, like, passive fishing. You just tie the fishing pole to the boat.
Or we could just tie you to the boat and you can just like drag underneath it, behind it, and catch fish for us. It's up to you, really.
I mean, so the cool thing about this little thing that I got on my face, I pulled my foreskin up.
Which is even more funny because it's on your forehead. Your forehead skin.
Oh god, that sounds
Oh my
Fish
god.
just come to me.
Oh. Well, just in case you're... just in case.
Yeah. You end up getting at least one set of fishing equipment. There's plenty here. Should you wish to grab some more. Go upstairs into the early noontime light. It's yep.
I don't see any air. Do you see any air? What is he talking about?
Is it cold here?
It is not particularly cold, but it's, you know, about what it'll be here in a month. It's much
chilly
colder.
shit.
It's much colder than where you just were, as the sea air does cool things off a good bit. And it's early in the morning, so it's not early in the morning, but you know, the sun hasn't had the time to just heat everything up around here. Yeah, you have just all ocean in front of you, and behind you, all desert. And you see the mountain that you were just on the other day, peeking up.
Is there a ship anywhere?
You don't see anything. Other than the mountains, there's nothing vertical around here. It is just the sea and the vast desert.
Alright, guys, here's where we wait for the Admiral. He's been picking us up.
How sure are you of that? Because I don't know about you, but I don't see a boat anywhere on the water.
We'll be here. Get comfortable.
Like a
Here,
ghost ship?
here's your books back.
Oh, thanks. Is it like a beach or is it rocky?
It's very beachy.
Awesome. I'm gonna go start making sand castles.
Okay.
I'm gonna like build a little moat for the water, for the tide to come in and like wash out. And I'm just gonna start building sand castles.
Sweet.
I'm gonna swim. I'm stuck in the desert for too long.
Okay.
Real dry and crusty too.
You
Sand.
Like shedding like fish scales. Ugh. Small ashy.
you get into the ocean after a very long time of not touching a body of water. And it is super awesome. Just easy to forget. As you have lived in Ogma's Wharf, that you could just go straight out into the ocean if you wanted your entire life. So being able to get in here is pretty nice. The ocean is pretty much like it's really shallow for a good ways until there's a pretty steep drop off in which you're able to kind of look down, and it is just vibrant ecosystem down here. Loads of fish. You see schools of fish just like clouding your vision in different areas.
Okay. Is there anything of particular note?
There are a few ships fairly low, fairly deep, and you can see them because their white sails are like sprawled out on the ocean floor. And otherwise, not too much else, but you notice at least 7 sails.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
And if you can roll me a perception check as well, you may see something else.
8.
8. Yeah. Well, while you're down here, just swimming around, observing the life of the ocean, you notice that there are fewer predatory species that you're able to see. It looks like for having such a diverse looking ecosystem, it's almost like there's no sharks, no barracuda, I don't know. There's
It's like New Zealand.
Sure.
There's like such a diverse, like, so many different types of birds, just like any type of bird you could think of, and there's no natural predators.
That's cool.
Only mice and cats that people brought to the island.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, which does catch you off guard. But otherwise, you swim around for as long as you want. At some point, you start to notice that the sunlight above is definitely darkening your experience down here. As you guys have been hanging out, building sandcastles. I'm assuming just sitting there, Seth?
Yeah. No, really, just
In the waiting room at the DMV.
I don't think I have anything left to read. I don't know.
I mean, you could work out, but I guess you just don't really care about those games.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I have 4 spellbooks and 3 scrolls I haven't looked over. I want to know what those fucking things are.
Can you even use the spell books?
No. Probably not. I have a lot of shit that I don't know what.
I will let you go ahead and roll me Arcana checks on the scrolls.
Okay, I will roll all 3 at once.
All right.
That'll be a 20, a 5, and a 19. Oh, plus Arcana. Oh my god.
Was that a natural 20?
Yeah, it was. I forgot I apart.
With the natural 20, you just get all of them.
Okay.
You've got a scroll of Misty Step. You've got a scroll of Fireball. And you've got a scroll of Dimension Door. The spellbooks, I'll say, you can't exactly decipher. Not only are they in a different language, but you don't understand magic to the level of spellbook notation.
That's fair.
But you do know that the binding on one of them is pretty intricate, and the cover and design are almost like hieroglyphic. Like some sort of ancient symbology is going on. And otherwise, you wait, and you wait, and unless Sana comes out of the water at any point, no, you're just getting down on this.
I mean, I've been out in the sun for a long time. I mean, unless I'm sure that if they were to like yell for me, I would probably be able to hear it. If they're not yelling for me, then I'm not coming out.
Yeah, if nothing else, they'd make some sort of loud splashing noises.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd notice if a ship showed
Yeah.
up over you. That seems
That
pretty.
Which
That
is
too.
which is what, as the darkness takes over, you notice this very speedy green glow that's diffused through the surface of the ocean, very quickly moving in.
Is it really a ghost ship?
It from underneath, it looks as though like a cloud of undead krill is moving along the surface of the ocean from west. You notice it first in the west, or not? Yeah, from the west, which would be your left, as you look away from the shore, and it speeds through. From the time that it comes into your vision, it probably takes an hour, which is like pretty freaking fast because of how deep you've gone in.
Still in mind and body. Must you succumb. Spell.
Takes you about 30 minutes before you're able to see it, Zeph. But
Is it just krill, or is there actually a boat?
from underneath, all you can manage to see is this unnatural green glow with this cloud of what looks like krill. Almost like the krill are glowing this weird green. As it approaches, you end up noticing that, yeah, there is the defined feature of a boat that's coming into the water. Do you surface?
Wait till it stops.
Okay. The dock that you two are on, you're off on the shore messing with the sand. Seth has walked all the way down this dock. It's pretty freaking rickety, and it is not wide enough to get a true wagon down. And you can tell the boards haven't been placed evenly or even very well. It's like some of them are janky, you know. And so you had to walk all the way down here, but there were two chairs out here. One had a fishing rod inside of it, almost through a cup holder spot, where people clearly wait for whatever's coming to get them or whatever they're waiting for. It's a probably 200 foot long. Goes way out there until it finally gets to where that drop off is under the water. And that's the point at which
Yeah, 'cause it's a really shallow beach.
Yeah. And as you watch it approach, it's that same long, almost cylindrical shape. Looks like a tube that had been cut almost in half and gives the appearance of some form of serpent body, as there are scales all over it and very large missing scales in areas. The main mast is huge, and it looks as though the sails were crafted from the fins of this thing, and they're all like triangular for the most part. So it really looks like this whole ship was created from the body of a dead serpent.
And we're like being Oregon.
Yeah, when you were in the inside.
Wait, is it actually made out of a dead serpent?
Yeah, as you're swimming up,
Nice.
what do you're gonna take a look?
Yeah.
Roll me your science check.
If it's organ-like on the inside, does that mean it's organic?
12.
12. It seems to be like a creature's corpse. You remember seeing that serpent that was off the shore when you were on the ridge of the mountain? On your way to Gavira? There was a huge serpent that was playing in the water, and it looked like it almost brought this storm. It was like this 300-foot long,
Oh, yeah, I do kind of.
enormous sea serpent. As far as your knowledge of ocean creatures goes, that's the only thing this could be made from. And as it comes up and pulls to a rather abrupt stop, you notice specifically that there was no anchor dropped. It just sort of stopped itself. Which is also quite odd, given the fact that you are used to ships and lived in the wharf, and many ships passed through, and all of them pretty much use anchors to stop or slow down over a long period of time. And Seth sitting on the dock, this opening in the ship opens up, and inside of it you just see the torso of a very fat individual. You'd recognize it anywhere.
Yeah.
Blutus comes through. Hi, Seth. Long time no see.
Blutus! Blutus, I made a castle!
Blutus just drops all of his entire body goes limp for a second as he sees you.
Aww.
Is that Ambrose?
I'm gonna run up to him real fast and be like, I'm a ghost! Just kidding! Give him a big hug around like his calf, I guess. I don't know.
He grabs you from his calf and just hugs you as too tightly.
My wings, Blutus! My wings! Oh, I'm very frail.
You died, Ambrose. It was a month ago. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, me too. It was bad, but I'm back now. So, yeah, you can put me down. Because I'm gonna die again if I can't breathe.
Puts you down and wipes some very profuse sweat off of his brow and reaches into his eye and tries to not shed a tear.
Don't put the sweat in your eye, buddy. That'll really hurt later.
I'm used to the salt. There's not much of a way to avoid it. Well, they were in a meeting, and told me to just greet you first. Good to see you, Seth. It's been a while.
How are they treating you?
Not too bad. Honestly, I've learned a good bit while I've been here. And I'm very useful. Much of the equipment and things are quite heavy. To keep this whole thing functioning, it's a big weight, which I'm helpful for.
Getting enough to eat and drink?
Well, yes. We actually the captain ensures all of our feeding. The Admiral is quite keen to his new chef.
Who's the new chef? Oh,
Balthazar is the chef.
oh, that sounds like a demotion to me.
Yeah, it was a bit odd. Yes, you know, he was so happy and so. He's still fairly happy, but you know, it's definitely a much different tone being on the Admiral's ship. I think you'd fit in quite nice. Xavier certainly has melded in fairly well.
What of the captain's booty?
He said booty.
You know, it does. He's all right now. There's no, you know. There's
He can still retire if he wants, correct?
less of a pension than he was entitled to previously. I believe that's part of the meeting that they're having.
Oh, should we go crash this meeting? Well, we should try to find Zana so we don't accidentally.
I'm back.
Oh, Jesus! Wow.
Standing there in the water, just like staring.
Hi, Zana. Good to see you.
Oh, you haven't met this one. This is Gilbo.
Gilbo. I seen some of those turtles before. Good to meet you. And as you keep having this rather mundane conversation with Blutus, after about 15 minutes, you hear the shuffling of people exiting a meeting, kind of talking about what they just heard, and the Admiral comes through onto the dock. The Admiral is a very large individual. I don't know if you were there for the description of the Admiral.
Storm giant, yeah.
He
That's what I feel like that's what you described, but I'm not sure.
You felt like he was some form of storm giant, or some weird mixture of a giant and a storm giant, as he has stitched to his skin other skin, which emits this almost lightning, arcane energy. He looks like some sort of arcane bomb almost, that's just ready to blast something open. Enormous, and he is fairly ripped. Completely just shirtless and has some shorts on.
Booty shorts?
Not booty shorts, but the shorts are definitely too tight to where you can see that they have ripped up his legs as he walks. So it's quite frayed.
Boy, Admiral, you've gotten thick.
Ambrose.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you.
No, you have not had that pleasure. Only a few people have had that pleasure, really. I mean, don't even know if I call it a pleasure.
Who is this?
Miss Ambrose.
Hi, I'm Ambrose.
I told you about.
I've been working for you for quite a while now.
Yes, yes.
Finally good to meet the big boss.
Interesting to meet a undead.
Small boss, yes. No, not undead. Am I undead? Am I undead?
What are you? You can't. I mean, you died, right? And you
Sure.
come back to life.
Sure.
I just don't know what to call that, but nonetheless, any other news? Any other information?
Just what I told you about.
Also, your friend says hi. Your lady friend. She called you a sweet boy.
Yes.
She shook her bits when I told her to touch you.
She has indeed aged well. Then, I presume.
I don't know.
She aged like a chain smoker.
She is a chain smoker, to my knowledge, unless she's kicked the habit. They have lots of fun things to smoke there. Any interesting happenings in Gavira, or same old thing? Fighting, magical, physical.
Place hasn't changed a bit.
Sort of a place lost to time, for the most part.
I feel like I probably was there before, because remember I did some raiding in the goblin
You did.
area.
I would say that this is a area that you're fairly familiar with.
Yeah.
Oh, then I would have been there too, because I was there for the goblin
You were there.
raiding.
Yeah. Please come in. The new chef has a meal that will be prepared shortly. And I would like to speak with you all on a more pressing level. And he leads you in. As you step through, the skin of this serpent closes back up. And as it closes up, it's like these almost like tendons form, like reform, and pull the thing back together into this seamless wall of the outside of this serpent. As you step through, you notice that the entire inside of this ship is almost sinewy.
Sinewy.
You notice that all of the organs are intact, and within them are various windows which look out into the main cavernous area that you're in now. The only thing that appears to be not made from this creature is the floor in which you stand on now, which is this very, very well done hardwood floor that helps to make each level within here. Make a medicine check, those of you who want to know where you're walking.
Seven.
I don't want to make one.
12.
12? 12 is easy enough to recognize a heart. You walk for a good ways through this area as you notice these different organs, veins even, are still strewn about.
The organs are inside of the heart?
No, you're walking towards a heart.
Oh, okay.
And the way up into the heart is various arteries that
Is it beating?
move up. It is not beating. But you walk up these arteries into the heart, which is very large, and is the Admiral's quarters. There's a big round table with a protrusion at one end. Protrusion has this large, nearly throne-like chair at it. The Admiral goes and sits at it and makes it look quite small. The other chairs are ornate, but not to the same level as his. As you all sit down, as he can address the entire table, and the rest of everyone at the table is kind of looking around at themselves and at each other. With all of the information that you've gathered, we have not seen any more. He reaches over and pulls the head that you had given to him from the alien creature. We've not found any more of these. We have looked, we have searched, have not been able to see any more of them. We have found plenty of this rot, which you have been calling this stuff. In our month-long journey, we have gone around this continent here and noticed varying types of this stuff. It appears as though here on the western end of the continent, it reacts as you have depicted. Weird to call it dying, but it dies when it is given fire. However, on the eastern end, it did not.
Elaborate.
We lit it on fire, and it seemed to grow.
Right, but what killed it? Ice, lightning,
We
poison.
tried various forms of magic, and none that we possessed actually seemed to have the effect we wanted.
Do you have a sample of this?
I don't. I didn't ask for any of this stuff.
Rookie. Unfortunate.
Yes, very unfortunate. I completely forgot. Very valuable research asset you are.
Can't have her. Sorry.
I'm valuable. Do you have anything from?
Nothing. No, we have no other people who research forms of life or whatever this stuff is.
So what did you do with it? You just left it?
It ended up consuming a couple crew members, and we left.
Have I ever been to the where this is like the East World? Have I ever been there?
No, the eastern side of the same continent.
Oh.
We were there, weren't we? We were just east of Ogden's Wharf, which is pretty close to the edge, isn't it?
No, you were at Agnes Wharf. You went west.
Yeah, but the mountain pass we went through was east of Ogden's Wharf, wasn't it?
No, it was north.
Okay.
You were in the forest right there, which is kind of in the middle ground.
We should get all of our regional maps printed real big. On the wall.
Yes! Oh, that's
That'd
such a
be
good
sick.
idea.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Just go to Kinko's.
Yeah. Just print them on big paper.
We do suspect that there may be other varying variants of this stuff. That is all that I have been able to ascertain during our small investigation mission.
The lake just turned into a sea.
Yes, so to speak.
Well, I mean, lakes are usually freshwater and seas are saltwater, so I don't know that it can turn into the other.
There's brackish waters.
There's saltwater lakes, and there's also freshwater seas.
Oh, I've never seen that. Never seen it. But I think what we are dealing with is different types of rot, not lakes and seas.
Did it look the same or did it look different?
It looked similar. Rather than the normal, very dark black, almost jet, it was a little grayer.
Like noticeably different, or like just if you
It
gotta
was
look
enough
close?
that it was enough that it drew our attention, and we knew it would to be the same thing. And as we approached, it became much more obvious that it was a different color. From far away, it appeared black and dark.
So
This information's pretty useless.
So, I mean, maybe they're coming from different sources. Like two people working together on this big world domination thing.
I have a different theory. There's multiple conductors. All come from the same source. But multiple amplifiers, you could say.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But you put it much more elegantly than I did.
No.
So can you just like sail us over there so we can investigate? Because we don't. Something happened. I don't know, but we don't have a ship anymore, or a crew anymore. It feels like
You're. I understand, but where are we going? Zana.
We need to go find those mushrooms. Although it would be very helpful to know if this type of rot is even affected by the mushrooms.
right. So we should take some samples. You should take some samples. Take them with us to the druids down under, and
God. Yes. Please tell me they have Australian.
Australian druids. I have a really quick question, just like outside of this. So I cannot remember what this is from, but I have an arcane green aura rot sample. Is this different from like what we've been?
That was different. I believe you got that from the Turtle Chief. And he had been trying to run some different experiments himself.
Do we know if that one was died with fire?
It seemed like all of the rot on the island did. Because you basically lit the entire thing up
yeah.
and ran away.
Okay, so the green aura rot, it's black, but it has a green aura. It's from the island.
It's from him. He had already fucked with it.
So it could be a contaminated sample, because the rot that we saw on the island looked the same, right?
It was black.
It was black.
Yeah, and you gave like that's
And flammable.
that is what Grambuel that you gave Grambuel to test.
Oh, so I gave that, so I don't have that anymore.
You know, you still have the green aura sample, but you gave like his samples came from the island. The ones that you gave him.
Because you had regular rot samples from the island, and you also had the green aura rot sample that was that the Turtle Chief was working on.
Yeah.
Let's make a quick drop off over there. We'll collect the sample. That's on the way, right?
I have no idea where you're wishing to go.
Need to find the shrooms.
Where?
They're on the eastern continent.
Are they? Oh, cool.
I think so.
Yes.
There's like an entrance to like the
The underdog.
underground-ish, underdark-ish, like realm thing in like some mountains, I think. Or
You just know that it's over there.
oh, okay. I'm just making the rest up apparently.
It is on the eastern continent. Its entrance.
So I mean, it sounds like it's on the way.
All right.
It was there, or what else? I feel like there was an option B.
There was another option.
but it didn't seem
Well-
as appealing.
We were gonna try and go over there, and I think Grumble was gonna see if he could like contact them first. If he could contact them faster, then we could get over there. I believe, right?
You also had another option of I think you were able to go north.
Oh, but that was like gonna be way too long.
That was like for maybe thing that I read in one of the books, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This seemed more promising.
it did. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember we unanimously were like, yeah, let's go to the Druids.
Yeah, because this other way was going to take way too long, and it was
Yeah.
not as sure of a thing. I think it had to do with ley lines, but I'm not sure.
I think
It was
it
going to like the
Yes.
northern crossing of the ley lines.
Wish we could just go to a different ley line.
Yeah, we could go to any of them, and that one we needed a boat anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go to the Eastern Continent.
We will be happy to have you along, but you will have to operate as part of our crew. And our crew just became much bigger. For now, go rest. Tomorrow, I will assign you tasks.
The food was excellent. May I have a word with the chef to compliment his dish?
You may. You'll hear Blutus stomping around somewhere. You can ask him if you get lost. He walks to the wall of the room you're in and almost melds into it and disappears.
The big guy?
Yeah. The Admiral.
The Admiral, yeah.
Falls have ears.
As
I'm sure he likes it that way.
as he disappears into the wall, you hear this screech come from the other side of the room. And this fairly large drake flies through the opening that you guys came through. Not a very large drake, but a fairly large. And we'll pick up next time with you all going to see Balthazar. Till next time, see you in paradise.